Welcome to the Fatboy Barbell Club, FBC for short. My name is Mike Rivers, also known as Big Red. The video I have for you today is taken from my most recent deadlift session. I've been doing the 531 program developed by Jim Wendler for over a year now, and I really love the programming. I've been weight training since I was 15 years old, and now I'm 43. And 531 is the first time that I've had serious, somewhat linear progression consistently. I really like in the 531 program how you're able to hit either weight PRs or rep PRs. So you're always making progress, which is a really nice feature of the program. And so I started the 531. I started with classic 531, and it's really grown into beyond 531. If you haven't checked those out, I'll leave a link in the description for Jim Wendler stuff. It's great. Beyond 531, my favorite part of Beyond 531 is joker sets, which is part of what you'll see in this video today. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe. If you subscribe, leave a comment that you subscribed, and I will respond to every comment on this video. So sadly, I did not film this entire training session. Hopefully we'll have some videos like that coming up in the near future. But every training session begins with warm-up, and the older I get, like I said, I'm 43 now, the older I get, the more important the warm-up becomes. Currently, I'm doing a version of the Wenning warm-up. If you're not familiar with Matt Wenning, you really need to check him out. I'll leave a link in the description for his channel as well. So my deadlift warm-up typically consists of cable lat pullovers to engage the muscles that help me hold the bar tight as I'm deadlifting. It also consists of planks or side bridges to engage all of my core and spinal stabilizer muscles. And I also do some kettlebell swings to engage glutes and hamstrings and posterior chain. And then I move into movement specific warm-up, so that would actually be deadlifting. So the Wenning warm-up, if you haven't checked out that video, consists of 3 exercises, lightweight, high reps. So you're basically doing a giant set. So like I said, my warm-up is a cable lat pullover with about 25 pounds for 25 reps. The plank or side bridge, I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds. If it's just a standard plank, I'm going to hold that 30 seconds in the middle. If it's side bridge, I'm going to do about 25 to 30 seconds on each side, just so I'm getting all of that activation. Then the kettlebell swing, I'm doing about 15 to 20 pounds depending, and I'm going to again do that for 25 reps. So that would be basically a giant set. So I'm going to do the lat pullover, then I'm going to do the plank, then I'm going to do the kettlebell, then I'm going to get up and do the lat pullover and the plank and the kettlebell, and I'm going to be doing that for 25 reps and 3 times through. So then once I finish that warm-up, and that really gets my heart pumping, gets blood, like Eddie Hall says, you got to get blood to the muscle. So I'm getting a lot of blood to the muscles there, getting really warmed up and ready to lift heavy. So then I start my primary movement warm-up. So in this session it was deadlift. I like to start with stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, just engaging hamstrings, glutes, that posterior chain that's going to be so important in the actual deadlift. So I'll start with about 135 on the bar, and then I'm going to move through. With 531, you have a training max. And so what I'll do for my warm-up is I start with 135 on the bar, and then I add 10% of my training max until I get to my working sets. So my first working set in this workout was 405 pounds. And so I started at 135, then I did that for 10 reps. Then I did 185 for 5 reps. And again, when I start, I'm doing a stiff-legged deadlift. So I'm doing 135 for 10 reps, stiff-legged deadlift, 185 for 5 reps, stiff-legged deadlift, 240 for 5 reps, stiff-legged deadlift. And then I get to about 295 pounds. So right around 300 pounds, I'm going to switch to just regular conventional deadlift, not a stiff-legged deadlift. So 295 pounds, I switched to regular deadlift. I did 5 reps there. And then I did 350 pounds for 5 reps. And then my first working set was 405 pounds. This was a 5-3-1 week. So I did 405 pounds for 5 reps. Then I did 460 pounds for 3 reps. And then my top set, my top working set, which is a plus set in 5-3-1. So I only have to get 1, but if you can get more, you want to get as many as you can without going to failure. That's an important part of 5-3-1 that I overlooked in the beginning, and I was going to failure way too often, and it was actually slowing me down. So, you know, get some reps, but don't go all the way to failure. So my plus set was 515, and I got 3 reps, and that's the first video you'll see. After the 515 for 3 reps, then I was feeling good. I was feeling strong, and I thought, okay, let's try a joker set. Let's do a little bit more than 95% of the training max. So I loaded. Previously to that, my best deadlift was 550 pounds. I loaded 565. And that's the next video you'll see. So 565 went up pretty well. Feeling good, feeling strong with that. And again, I was feeling pretty good, and I was like, okay, well, why not try 575? And it just put a smile on my face thinking about it. So loaded 575 on the bar, and that's the next video. So I got the 575 for 1. I was very excited about that, very happy. You can probably tell that in the video. And honestly, I felt like I had more in the tank, and I thought about going for 585. But again, I was feeling really good. I had done everything I needed to do. So I decided to call it. You know, the deadlifts were over at that point. I think I went on and I did some cable rows as an accessory exercise. But you know, the interesting thing about that was I went into this deadlift workout and I didn't really want to do it. I didn't really feel like doing it that day. But I knew all I had to do was hit certain numbers, and that helps me a lot as far as the programming is great, but sometimes you just don't feel like training. It's nice to know that, hey, as long as I do this, that's all I've got to do, and I can be done. And I'm still going to make progress. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to modify it. I'm not going to miss the workout. And that's what I did. So, you know, it had been kind of a heavy week. It's 5-3-1 week, so everything's heavy. I had, you know, done heavy squats on Thursday. I had done heavy bench press on Saturday, and these deadlifts were done on Sunday. So I was just feeling kind of tired and beat up. But then, you know, getting into the session, which happens to me a lot. I don't know if that happens to you. If it does, leave a comment in the comments below. You know, when I'm lifting, I start feeling better. And as I was lifting, I kept feeling like the heavier it gets, the better I feel. And so I felt really good about that, and ended up setting 2 personal records. Obviously, you know, previously 550 was my PR, and then I hit 565, and then I hit 575. I've got a powerlifting meet coming up in July, and I'm hoping to hit 585 or better. And I think I've got a good chance of doing that. And if that happens, for my age and weight, that will be a South Carolina state record. I'm excited about that. So again, just, you know, didn't really want to train that day. Felt better and better and better. Hit the 575. Great PR, really excited about that. After that, again, did some cable rows as an accessory exercise. I think I did that with about 125 pounds for 5 sets of 10 reps. And I didn't video that. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do more of that in coming videos. And then I did some stretching. So if you're like me and you're getting older as you're lifting, but you still want to lift heavy, the workout's not done until you stretch. Okay, mainly when I stretch, I'm stretching hamstrings, I'm stretching quads, and I'm stretching glutes. Hip flexors are huge, and that just helps keep me ready to deadlift even more. Now, again, in future videos, I'm going to have the warm-up, I'm going to have full training session and stretching. And if you have questions about any of that, just leave that in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer those. Thank you for watching the Fatboy Barbell Club, and remember, if you're going to be fat, you might as well be strong.